Hello my viewers, and welcome to this exciting lesson in Revit. In this lesson, I just want to teach you on how you can model the retaining walls in Revit. As you can see, we are going to model three types of retaining wall. The first one that we are going to model, and I explain step by step, is the gravity wall. As you can see from here, that is just the stone which you build on top of the foundation. This is the gravity wall, okay? This is unreinforced. The next one is a cantilever wall, which of course can be reinforced, okay? Later on, if you want to know how to reinforce, a cantilever wall, make sure that you comment down there to say that reinforcement of the cantilever wall. I'll know that you want to know how to reinforce this type of, a wall. The next one that we are going to model in this lesson is the countefort wall, and I'll explain step by step on how you can model all the three types of retaining walls in Revit. Now, if you like what I'm doing on this channel, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and also share it with your friends. And for anyone who would like to learn Revit architecture, Revit structure, and robot structure analysis, I have some good courses. Make sure that you check the links in the description. You might be interested. Now, before I proceed, you are aware that, retaining walls are applicable in different, situations. For example, in the swimming pool, and also in basement walls, and also as an abutment on a bridge, you can apply, these retaining walls. Now, let me not waste time. Let's get started in this lesson. So what I'm going to do, of course, I've explained that to model all these walls in Revit. So I just want to delete, the three walls so that you can start from scratch. I'll just select like that and delete. Then I'll go to south there, and I just want to delete the sections. You see on how you can cut those sections, just delete, okay. Then you see that we have just two levels here. If you don't know how to create a level, just go to architecture or structure there. Then pick a level, and it's just a matter of picking the first point, the second point. You see that below the ground there, you have a negative there, and above is of course positive. Now, if you want to edit there, the naming there, you can change it. If you want to edit, for example, the spacing between the two levels, you can change it from here, okay? So I'll simply delete that one just like that, click on OK, because I'm just using these two levels. If I check there, the spacing is 2.5. If I want to change it to 2.4, you can just type 2.4 m or just type 2400 and enter in terms of millimeters. But if I put 2.5 m, it will automatically convert to millimeters, as you can see from here. Okay, so I'll go to the base there and just double click on the base there. You see that we are right here. Then I'll just close the south there. I just want to remain with this view and that view. So what I'm going to do is to go to structure, and I'll go to wall, and I just want to pick wall structural. So before I create my wall, I need to make sure that its height is selected and it goes all the way up to the GL. That's what I want. Then I'll ensure that I don't have any offsets from here, as you can see. Then I'll simply pick first of all, let me select the wall that I want to use from my template here. Okay, this was just a generic template. I'll show you why the few things that I've changed here. So I'll go down here, and of course we want to start with the gravity wall. So I'll simply pick that wall. It's of course from the default template. I'll show what I've changed. I'll select on it, and I'll just pick the first point and the second point. I just want it to be 5 meters. Click the second point, then click on modify. Let me go to my 3D view. You see that I have that wall, which is a gravity wall, and the stone on the surface. Of course, it's a wall with stone, okay? Built-in stone, as you can see from here. Now, if I want to show two windows, just go to view there, then go to tile. Okay, so I have this one and this one here. Then I'll simply cut a section here by going to view. Okay, make sure that you click within the window, then that one is active. Go to section. I'll just pick the first point and the second point, click outside, then double click the section to open it. As you can see, we have that section. Now I know you are not able to see here, but what I'll do, I'll just drag this one so that I can have my 3D view right there. Then I also have my section right here. Then I'll close this one, or I'll simply leave it because I have two views opened. Okay, now the first thing that I'll need to do is to, of course, let me show you how you can apply that material there. If I just select on that wall, go to edit there, go to structure there, the first thing that you need to notice is that I have two layers. I have that layer and I also have the layer on top. If you don't have the two layers, sometimes it will not work to create, that Revit wall. So make sure that you add the two layers. Okay, if I just delete this one, let me just delete this one. I just have the layer at the bottom. To add the layer both at the top and the bottom, just make sure that I'll select the top part because we have the core layer, which is this one, concrete, 300 millimeters. You can type the thickness. This one is 100 meters for the layer there at the bottom. So at the top, I just select there and add. Okay, I need to insert that layer. As you can see, it's inserted there. Then the material, the thickness, I just want this one also to be 100 like that. Then the material, I'll simply copy the material there because I want it to have the same material. Control C on your keyboard, then I just paste the material right there. So instead of going inside there, I'll just Control V there. Okay, so I have the layers. You can add the layer top and bottom and you are able to move it. For example, if I select on it, I can move it down like that, or I can move it up. So these layers can be moved. That is the structure, and these are layers, as you can see from here. But the function, you see that I've just left it at structure because really that all be concrete and I don't need to put something like a substrate or a finish because this is all concrete. Okay, sometimes just misbehave, it doesn't allow you, to create that slanting wall, okay, or a gravity wall as you are going to. So make sure that you add those layers and make sure that the function is all structure. Okay, so the material is there. And the other thing that you need to do, make sure that you make it variable here. Okay, make sure that you click on variable, right, just like that. Now that material of the stone on the surface, if I just click there, click within inside there, I want to show you that if I go to that is the material that I'm using, you see that under the surface pattern, I have that stone, material there. As you can see, I've just selected it, loaded there, even on the background, that is the material. Okay, so I've shown you how you can load that, but that's, pattern on the surface. Just click on OK, apply. Okay, so let's proceed now. Having this one in section, we just want to create now that, the Revit wall there. So all I need to do is to, let me first click there, click inside here because I'm working within here. Go to edit there. So first of all, select the wall and go to edit type there. You see that under the cross section definition, we have the default angle and the default angle. Just make sure that you change this one. I want this one to be top, as you can see from here. Then click on apply. Okay, then I'll select this one, then go to these properties here. These are called instance properties. Okay, if I come here, I can go down and find where it says cross section definition. From here, make sure that you pick tapered. Okay, so it's supposed to be tapered. Once you change that one, then enable the angle, the next box, check it, and now from here you can specify the angle. Okay, for this Revit wall, I want it to taper, I want it to taper downwards there. So I'll simply add maybe an angle. It's up to you depending on the design. As you can see, it will start tapering like that. Even from the 3D view is changing. Then I also select it once again, go to the other one, add the 5 degree, move my cursor inside. You see that it's able to taper like that. So you see that we have the Revit wall. If I'm happy with it, it's just a matter of now adding my footing there at the bottom. So I'll close this one and also close that one there. I just have that one. As you see that we have that wall. So this is basically a wall which is tapered. You can add the base there. If I just go to structure and go to wall there, foundation wall, I can pick the base from here, the one that I want. If I just pick bearing footing, just click on that. I can check under the edit properties there, depending on the size, the way you've designed your structure. You can specify it here if you want. So I just have the width, which is 2.5. The thickness is 400. And that is the default extension length. It means that it will protrude outward there and there. The base, once I place it there, once I model it there. So I'll leave these settings the way they are. If I want to reduce this one, I can even maybe type in 400. Okay, then click on apply. Okay, then just pick the wall like that. As you can see, it's so simple. We have the footing there, and you can go ahead and edit, you know, the sizes for the footing if you so wish. So you can see that we have the Revit wall is tapering just like that, and you are able to edit it the way you want it to be. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is the cantilever wall. I'll simply go to the base once again, and I'll just move somewhere here, and I'll go to structure, go to wall, then I'll go to wall structural. Okay, again, the procedure is the same. I just want to pick that wall, the retaining wall. If I go to edit, or before I do that, height and G are selected. All the settings are okay. If I go to edit type there, click on edit. I just want to check that I have the 3 layers, and that is the structural material. Make sure that you check that one, and make sure that you check the variable. Okay, if I go again there for this one, make sure that the function is structure, so that if I just go there, this one is concrete. You can see that is the material under the foreground. It's all concrete. You can click there and pick. Actually, I want to see some more or less like sand on the surface, but that material is all concrete, because in section, as you can see, it's all concrete, as you can see from here. So the surface pattern, I've just added those dots so that it can appear the way I want it to be. But in section, that is concrete. So I'll just click OK. I'm happy with what I have here. Okay, apply. Okay, then next to this one, I just want to have that wall, which is about maybe 5 meters. Right click, cancel, and if I go to the 3D view, I have that wall. Okay, just like that. It has to be tapered, and also we need to add, you know, the footing at the bottom. So what I'm going to do again, I'll go to the base there, and I'll need to create a section. Just go to view, click on section, click the first point and the second point, click outside, double click the head there. We have it right here. Again, I can select on that, just want it to be tapered, click on edit. The settings will still remain the same, because that's the wall. I want to pick the top there, leave out the other properties the way they are, then go to the instance properties right here, and make sure that it shouldn't be vertical, it should be tapered. Okay, then for this one, I just want to use this option, enable the angle override, just override it like that. Then these two are active, and I just want to use an angle here, which is an interior angle of 8 degrees. Just move my cursor here, you see that I have it right there, as you can see. Okay, so this is the side where I'm going to have the earth. Okay, for example, if it's a swimming pool, you have the earth there, and then that is the inner part. If I go to the 3D view, let me close this one, go to the 3D view, you see that you have, you know, it's tapering like that. Okay, now let's finish it up. Let me just put the center there. Okay, and let me orbit like this, as you can see. Let me now model the base there. We see how we can do it. I'll go to the base right here, as you can see, but even in the 3D view, I can do that the way I did with this one. I'll go to structure, then you go to wall, and you can even pick the base from there, but you see that the one that I've picked is quite small. So again, you can change the settings there. If I go down there, you see that I'm able to change. If I want to pick this one, I think it was resized, as you can see from here. Now for this one, we have the heel and the torso. I have to move it on the other side a bit, because that's not how it is. So if I select on it, I can just move my cursor up, and we have the eccentricity. So let me just go to the base so that you see what we are trying to do here. We want to move this wall like that. So actually, I'll change the width this one so that it can be seen properly. I'll change the width, maybe let me set to maybe 3500, which is 3.5. Click on apply. Okay, as you can see, then I want to move this one because we have the toe and also the heel. So I can select on that base, and I'm just able to change the eccentricity. For example, if I put 200 there, you see that it moves there. If I want, I can put negative 500. If I want it to move this side, you see that it's like that. So if I go to the section, okay, where is the section for this one? Let me select that section. Okay, then select on the box there, grow it like that. Even this one, you see that I can even move it further. Now the dimensions, for example, if I go to annotate there, then you can change the heel and the toe depending on how you are designing, and you can see that this is how you start even detailing. Already you are able to detail and everything will come out, so nice. So if I want this one, for example, to be maybe 500 from there, I'll select on that. It's about -500, but I can still continue pushing it until I achieve what I want. So what I'll do, I'll change this one to, let me say, -700. Okay, you can see that it's reducing there. You can do the calculation so that you get the exact, the exact numbers that you want from here. Let me put -800, just like that, and you can achieve what you want just by doing this. So you see that we have the cantilever wall right there. If I go back to my, you can see, let me just put it in shaded. You can see we have the cantilever wall there. If I just go to my 3D view, you see that the cantilever wall is right there, and you can proceed, the way you want to edit it, just in this simple manner. Okay, so let's go to the other one, which is the countefort wall. Now we are just going to manipulate this one so that we can have those walls right there, and it's something simple that you can do. I'll just go back here. I'll just select this one, hold Control for copy and drag it somewhere here. Shortcut for copy, hold Control, then the left mouse button, and simply drag it there. We have a copy. Okay, so what I would do is to simply add some walls there. If I want, I can even use the same wall, select on it, right click instead of going there, then create similar. And I may have just maybe, again, you can check the dimensions the way you want your walls to be. Escape from there, then I have another wall. I'm not worried of the spacing there. You can go ahead and, space it the way you want it to be, but roughly it will just be there. Then I'll go to my 3D view. You see that I have those walls. Now these are tapered. I don't want these walls because I just picked the same wall. Remember, these are instance properties. I can go there and just disable that one. It will just affect this one because these are instance properties. Unless if I change within here, then everything else will change. But since these are instance, parameters, I'll select on that. And if I just deactivate that one there, the angle will be removed. If I want, I don't even want this one to be tapered. I just want it to be vertical, and also select this one. And I want to make it vertical just like that, as you can see. Now there's one thing I need to do. Okay, let me click there and place my center on this one so that I'm able to work within this one. Then I'll go to this view. Okay, left, as you can see. Or before I do that, let me first of all click the little house there, then zoom in there, then hold shift. Just want to place the center there. It becomes easier, so that should be the point of rotation. As you can see, it helps you to work properly. Okay, so what I want to do, I just want to isolate this view. I'll select one of the members, then click on the selection box or BX. Then I can go to the left view there because I just want to see what is within this one. Then I'll just grow it a little bit bigger, just like that. And down here, as you can see, this is the cantilever. We just want to change it now to a countefort, retaining wall. So what I'll do is to simply select this one, and I'll just edit the profile, edit profile there. Then I can pick the line there. If I want, I can even pick that one, pick that line, then this line. If I want, again, the dimensions is up to you, the way you've designed it. I'll pick there, then R on my keyboard for trim, pick that line and that line, this line and that line, this one and this one. Then I'll select that line and delete it. Okay, then I'll just click on the finish line there, then unjoin. Okay, then of course we have one selected. Let me go to the 3D view there because I just isolated one, but I want to grow the box so that I see the other one. I'll select on that and simply drag it like that because I want to see even the other one, as you can see. Okay, so once you do that, again, go to that view. If I want, I can even copy this one. Actually, let me just copy because you want to be efficient as you are doing these things. I'll simply delete that one. I'll click on unjoin, then go back to the base, and I just want to copy this one. I can go to copy CO on your keyboard, or just copy it from here. What is the copy? This one. Then I just want to pick it from here. Again, the dimension is up to you, the way you want it to be. I'll just roughly place it there and join. Then I'll go to my 3D view. You see that it's right there. Now, what I need to do is to join so that it looks neat somewhere there. I'll just select on that wall. Then I'll click on join. Then I'll pick the wall there. And this one, you see that it's going to clean up nicely. Then you pick the wall once again and click that one. As you can see, it looks so nice. We have the countefort wall. If I go down there and remove the section box, you have your countefort wall right there. Okay, so as you can see, we have our Revit wall right there. We have our cantilever wall and the countefort wall. So thank you very much for watching. Once again, if you like what I'm doing on this channel, make sure that you share with your friends, like the videos and subscribe, and make sure that you check the links in the description for some good courses in Revit. So see you in some upcoming tutorials.